Hi guys, it's Miss Fife coming from her messy little basement office to talk to you about verb phrases. Just like several words can form the subject of a sentence, the verb can consist of two or more words, and this is called a verb phrase. Verb phrases include the main verb, as you'll see from my front steps here. So that's your action word or your state of being. For example, said or work or ate or gone. Added to it are your helping verbs. So before any of those, you might say should have eaten or may have gone. And that put together gives you a whole phrase. For example, I should have eaten. Verb phrases can contain two or more helping verbs as well as one head verb. So remember, a verb phrase is your main verb plus the helping verbs. Helping verbs include the list that I've provided for you with set 3, as well as here on my driveway should you care to walk by. And with set 3 you'll see there's a video that you can click onto from YouTube where there's a song that includes all of the helping verbs along to the tune of Jingle Bells. Looking at set 3, I want you to read through the sentences and first locate the main verb. This is the verb you need to understand what the sentence is. The main verb in the first sentence, gone. Second sentence, work. These are all action words. They're easy to identify. Eaten. Then go back through your helping verbs list and look for those words in the sentence that are also helping verbs. You'll see here that could is a helping verb, but not isn't. And in this one, have and been eaten. Not is not a helping verb, so we're not going to include that when we underline our verb phrases. So when your friend could not work, the verb phrase is just could not. So you might notice that today's work is a little bit different. For simple sentences set 3, I'm asking you for the complete verbs and just the head nouns. So reading over the directions, it says identify the verb first by asking yourself what are the words that show mental or physical action or a state of being. And this time that includes helping verbs. The list of helping verbs is provided for you here at the top of the paper. It's very helpful as we go along. And there's also a link to a song if you want to sing along Jingle Bells with helping verbs. It can be helpful as well. Step 2, you identify the subject by asking yourself who or what did that verb. So when you work on these sentences, you're going to be underlining more than one verb because it's the whole verb phrase and then just one noun. All of these sentences have just one noun and multiple verbs in the verb phrase. These are considered SV, and I'm going to explain that to you as we go along. For the first 3, I'll show you how to do today. So your assignment for today is to complete these 10 sentences by using the sentence identification process. I didn't ask you to write original sentences today, but when you do write original sentences, I'm asking you to write sentences that are easy for you to identify the subject and the verb. So these sentences are up to you. I'm not making them difficult. I feel as though some of you are making them difficult. Don't do that to yourself. This is an easy task. First sentence. I never get this right. The bus must have gone by now. So the verb in the sentence, what is the action? Gone. Then my job is to look at, are there any helping verbs in front of gone that would be part of the phrase? And yes, there are. Must is in here. Do you see that? Must and have. So I am also going to underline them as part of the whole verb phrase. And today the new thing I'm going to ask you to do as well is to label that as V. Now, as part of the identification process, I ask myself, who or what must have gone? The answer to that is the bus. That is the subject of this sentence. The bus is what must have gone. Sentence number 2. My best friend could not work tonight. Work is the action. Now I'm looking back at my helping verbs list, and I have in my head also that I know should, could, would, those are all helping verbs. Could is going to get underlined. Not is not a helping verb, but it will help me in a minute when I'm doing my subject identification. So could work is my single verb phrase. And who or what could not work? That's when I'm going to use that not. And the answer to that is friend. Now I know that the complete subject is my best friend, and that helps identify exactly who, but we're looking for just the head word. So that's the main subject. Last one, the light green grapes have been eaten. Eaten, that came out very loud, my apologies. Eaten is the main verb. Then we're going to look back at our helping verbs list. Remember up here we have that. Have and been are both on there, so have been eaten is my whole verb phrase. Ask myself, who or what has been eaten? The light green grapes. The main word there is grapes. The grapes have been eaten. That's my subject. Can you see that these are all SVs? They all have one subject and one verb. Even though the verb phrase contains multiple words, it's all part of one action. Excellent job, guys. You're going to finish this up tonight, or hopefully before this afternoon. You only have a few more to do. Please take your time. Thank you.